I'm doing another Edison Memories video. The one about the Pizza Hut interested a few people, a few certain people, so I might end up making a series out of this. You know what that means. So, I'm at the corner of Route 27 and that's Stony Road. I think it's Stony Road. Stony and Route 27. What can I tell you about here? Well, where this bank is, I'm not sure, because I know some people who used to live along Route 27 until the early 90s. I don't know if it was a bank by then. Earlier, it might have been a store, because in this lot, in this area was, last store I remember it being was Brick Church Electronics. Before that, it was an A&P, and it was on this corner where the bank is. Now, across the street, we got Bell's Drugs. That's been there for a long time, and maybe the subject of a later video. But right here, I was asked about this, where it's Bagel 1. I believe that used to be a stationery store, but more importantly, it was a store that carried, well, it had a newsstand, so it carried comics and magazines. My wrestling fans out there, especially one, will know that this was one of the many places we would frequent to pick up the latest After Issues WWF magazine. Sorry about that. Hijacks. Well, long story short, that's where we picked up our wrestling magazines. That's where it gets some comics too. It's pretty cool. They had the cashier's desk, the cashier's line had a area for candy and snacks. So that's what that was about. Let me move on so neither of us get into an accident or anything. This will be before my time and before my contemporaries' times, but I barely remember it, I think. You see that checkerboarded roof over there? Well, at one point I remember that being the roof to a pizza place that used to be in that location. I think its name was Gino's. If anyone knows about, if there's any Edison historians out there who know, let me in on that. But I do clearly remember that being some kind of pizza joint. And then they just covered it up with this strip mall, yet the roof remains up there. You really can't see it now, but it's red and white. The colors of the checkers are red and white. So you could tell it was some kind of restaurant of an Italian persuasion. Okay, now we're on the corner of 27 and Colton. And here is, the sign's not coming out, but this is, that's coming a little better. Here's Quick Buy, the Quick Buy convenience store. Not much has changed really. Again, another locale for Wrestle Mags, for snacks, candies. I think at one point it was called Zoe's. Again, somebody fill me in on that if you know better than I do. This is probably real familiar to you based on recent videos. And yep, The things are still blacked out on this sign. Let's get a little bit closer. Yeah, they're still blacked out, so I'm guessing the Mickey Mouse figures have not returned yet.